There's just people waiting right now. Yeah, right. No one's waiting. I ain't got time for this shit.
These guys think they famous?
You damn. Yes.
Oh,
actually, I don't need this right now.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Now.
Let's see.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, if this could last more than a, you know. Oh shit. So, did it sound like it was coming out of the mics?
Yeah. I guess we have to talk a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. I guess.
Yeah, it's going yours.
Okay.
Nice. All right. Well, we're gonna see if this run works. We switched over to my phone. That's usually what we use, but we are using a different method today with the mics. So it's demanding a lot of power out of the phones. So as if you guys have been watching at all, we've been deleting the other ones, but it's been fucking up after like a few minutes. So here we are again.
I don't know if it is. I don't think it's coming out of the mics.
I think it would sound a lot further if it wasn't coming out of the mics. It would sound like
Fuck
we're
it,
in a
dude.
room. Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good right here.
Okay. It's not. It's not. Anyways, so welcome everybody to another episode of The Fad. This is episode 27. We've done this like 5 times so far. Yet again, we don't get paid for this.
But we are trying to have some fun with it and everything.
Yes, we definitely are. So unfortunately, this didn't.
Is it not really? If I talk this way right into it, is it gonna catch it? I want to see.
Hey, 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 hey.
Let's see. It's catching it.
It is catching it?
It's catching it. It just doesn't sound loud on this because this speaker sucks.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's catching it.
Okay. Well, that's great. Good. So, anyways, welcome everybody. It is Monday night. I know it's super late for everybody, but if you are doing nothing right now,
Yeah,
definitely stay tuned.
Yes.
For anybody that is a first-time viewer, we are a improv type podcast / channel / whatever you want to call it. But yeah. So, how's it going?
Pretty good.
How's it going?
I was going to ask you about your weekend, but you told me a little bit about it. You ended up not going on your adventure.
No, I did not.
Your bachelor party adventure.
No, I did not. It was a little bit too much for me to go ahead and do at the moment. But it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
At the moment, it was a little bit too much driving, and I was a little bit too busy to go out on Friday.
Yeah.
If I was able to go out on Friday, yes, I would have definitely gone.
Mm-hmm.
But not for a few hours.
Not for a few hours?
Yeah,
all right.
definitely.
I had a pretty good weekend.
Nice.
I was with Kaya all weekend. I had my daughter all weekend. So
Nice.
it was nice. It was a very nice weekend. We just hung out Friday. We hung out all day Saturday. We didn't really do anything on Saturday. I'm trying to think if we did. I don't think we did. We didn't do shit on Saturday. But Sunday we went to Holalea out in Gardena, a Hawaiian festival, and that was pretty fun. It was kind of hot. But yeah.
It's California, man.
Oh yeah, but
I'm
it was
freaking
fun.
sweating right now, man.
It was good shit, man. But on a much brighter note, I'm getting my car back tomorrow.
That's right.
So because I'm getting my car back tomorrow, I'm fucking stoked. I like really stoked. I've been keeping it under the what's it called? I've been low key about this, but I got in trouble with the law last year, and and I was with this guy.
Yeah.
he was with me.
I was eating a bunch of jalapeno kettle
it was a
chips.
bad night. I got a DUI last year, and it was bad. It just sucked. It was all around bad.
It was all around bad.
You know what? Do we have any topics tonight?
I don't have any topics
All
at
right.
the moment. No.
All right, you guys. So I want to talk about this night because right now it was a very interesting moment in my life. And I feel like I can talk about it better now because I'm about to get my car. I'm about to be over it, other than the probation and the fees, But the worst part of it is over, Not having my license, not having my car, all that shit, Having to go through all the bullshit they put you through. It's not bullshit per se, but all the shit you have to go through.
Yeah.
Definitely. There's a lot of shit you have to go through. So the last year of my life has been fucking rough because of it, and it's about to get a lot better,
Yeah.
But yeah, last year I was working at this freaking restaurant, Boston's. I was working over at Boston's.
Yeah.
And I got drunk there a lot.
It is now 4th and Mill off of 4th Street.
It is now 4th and Mill off of 4th and Milliken.
4th and Mill off of 4th and Milliken.
It's technically
I'm
in
sorry,
Rancho
I'm buzzed.
Cucamonga, but literally it's right across the street from Ontario Mills. So
Yeah,
it's
pretty
on the
much.
border of Rancho and Ontario, like right on that border,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just another night. It was literally just another night of drinking over there. But me and this guy, we decided that we're gonna go to Norm's in Riverside.
Yes.
So and that would,
I don't know why that was the idea.
We were wasted.
We
We were wasted. I had beer. I had empty cans and full beers in the back of my seat. We had a joint in my cup holder.
That's right.
Yeah, and we had.
You found that later on.
I found it later on. I think, and the cops searched my car and didn't find it. Anyways, yeah, and then we had a bag of jalapeno chips. That
was all me.
It was all over him. It was all over. Like when we got pulled over, there were chips all over us. It was it was such a terrible thing.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
It was
but,
horrible.
you got to go ahead and make light of the bad situation.
You do.
Sometimes.
So we were on our way there. I don't remember anything until I got pulled over, and the cop told me that he clocked me at 120 miles an hour.
120?
120 miles an hour going on the 15 South.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know that you were clocked at 120.
Yeah, that's what he got me at, he said. And then I remember him asking me, "Do you know where you are?" And I was confident. I was so confident. I said, "Oh yeah, I'm at the Shell gas station off of Rubidoux." I thought I was off of Rubidoux, off the 60 in Rubidoux. But we
went the other direction.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's where I thought we were.
Yeah.
We were off of the 15 and
we were on Hidden Valley.
Hidden Valley. So I was like 10 miles. I was so far away.
Yeah,
and
dude.
I kind of remember the way he looked at me too, just like, okay. Like, you have no idea where you are.
You have no idea where you are.
Yeah.
And I was trying to convince the cops not to take him. I was like, but he's small and Asian.
I was sitting in the back seat. I was sitting cuffed in the back seat, and the cop comes back. He's all like, "This guy tried to talk to me to get him out of this." And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
They fucking stranded my ass there.
They made him walk to what?
Dude, that's all I had to go to. I was like, "Oh, I guess I'm going to," and I was wasted. I was like, "Where am I right now?" And I had a bag of fucking kettle chips, and that was it. Oh
yeah,
man,
it was all bad. He went into my car to get something, like my phone. He went to go get my phone out of my car, and one of the cops comes back and says, "Hey, when's the last time you guys were smoking weed in there?" And I was all like, "I don't know, this morning or something like that." I'm like, "We weren't smoking weed tonight," which is a total lie because we were. But that's what I said, and he didn't seem to care. He was just like, "You know what? That's just I want." And the younger cop was like, "Was there weed?" He's like, "Was there weed or anything?" It's like, well, I don't want to have to get him on something else, But dude, there was a joint in my cup holder that I knew was there, and I knew, like, that cop went to get my phone. I'm like, if he's gonna find that joint, for sure. But maybe he did. He did and just didn't say anything.
It was in the arm right here, like where you open the door, the handle.
Yeah.
It was in the door handle. That I remember opening your door, and it was in the door handle. And you were just like,
when we came back to my car,
when we came back for it,
and I was like, I'm gonna smoke this shit. I was like, oh my god, fuck, like. Yeah, it was all bad. They took me to the drunk tank. I was there all night, and when I got out, I had to walk home.
That's right.
From downtown Riverside to my house, which was like 2 or 3 miles. So it wasn't the worst walk, but it was a long, very soul searching kind of walk. Like I was walking home, just like wow. I'm like like, I got to do something. Like, I got to make a life change. This is it right here, you know. And then I ended up calling him because your car was his car was still at Boston's.
That's right.
Yeah, his car was still at Boston's. Yeah, it was. And then he picked me up in his dad's truck. We went to Boston's, got his car, and then I drove his car to your house. We went back to your house, dropped off your truck, and then we drove. Then we took your car to get my car.
Yeah.
And when we got to my car, there was never been a fucking time in my life where I resented sitting in my car and driving it. I was like, I don't even want to fucking be in this car.
And it was
now.
was parked at right in front of the gas station.
Yeah, in the Shell gas station, which was nice because it was a tow-free zone, so the cops let me leave my car there instead of impounding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which would have been just another $400 or so on top of. Yeah. So.
A lot of money.
That was nice. I feel that God was looking out for me that night. You know, it was like divine intervention. God knew that I needed a life change to change my life, and the only thing that was going to do it was something drastic like that. But I'm grateful that I didn't hurt anyone. Yeah. My car never got impounded, and I'm relative for a DUI. It was relatively clean. It was a clean DUI. You know, the fees weren't too bad. My lawyer that I've had before got me a good deal. My lawyer was able to knock off the 120 mile an hour charge, which is a felony. So I would have been fucked. I would have had to serve like right away if they had charged me for the 120 miles an hour.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, which wasn't on the ticket, but it was on the report. So I don't know how it worked out, but she said that, hey, like, you don't have to worry about that speeding. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I was like, thank you.
If you had to serve, what would have that been?
I would think so. At least 60 days. I'm thinking in county jail. That's what I'm thinking, if not worse. You know, that was my theory about it. You know? I didn't research it or anything, but. Dude, if something would have happened, if there was a felony part of there, you know, part of all that. So
I do have to say, as much as, because I was left there, Amber.
Yes.
Amber, thank you for coming and getting me. As much of a pain in the ass I probably was when you got there. Right. I was drunk at a Denny's and just like, I'm all alone.
No, that's right. That's right. I didn't have my phone because you took my phone. And I remember being so mad the next day because if I had my phone, I would be able to get a ride. But then I found out from Bryant how the night ended for him. I'm so glad he ended up with my phone.
Yeah.
You would have been completely stranded with
he
found Amber in my phone and called Amber from my phone.
Yeah.
But his phone was dead or something.
My phone was dead.
It was dead. So if he didn't have my phone, he would have just been a drunk guy at 5 a.m. walking around Norco.
Yeah.
Like, trying to fucking find a way.
I would have literally had to walk all the way to 6th Street and walk all the way up the mountain.
All the way down. Woo!
Yeah.
Ooh, that would have been
but
terrible.
You know what? The phone was available.
Phone, you were meant to have the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For anybody that's out there that knows Corona in Hidden Valley, that gas station that's right off the exit near Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, Shell.
That's where all... Is it Chick-fil-A? A Wingstop, McDonald's,
over there.
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby, that's where all that happened. But...
I had no idea where I was. I thought I was off of Rubidoux on the 60 freeway.
Oh, we were going to Norms, so that would be more of where we were trying to go.
You know what really sucks, though? I really wanted Norms that night. I had my sights set on that fucking tri-tip. That tri-tip. That's right. That's why we went there. That's why, because I was like, dude, I want some
fucking tri-tip in the morning. We were like, let's
we need some fucking meat right now. We need some fucking steak.
Norms. That is.
But it looked bad. The cops were really nice. I mean, you gotta think how nice the cops were. They pulled me over. The car smells like weed. We got food all over us, and there's beer in the back seat. That's open and like there were finished cans and unopened cans in the back seat. So it was like all bad.
I was raising my hand to go to talk to this police officer while I was in the car, and I just had my hand risen just like this, and then he came up to me and he's like, "What?" And I was like, so what's going to happen, officer? Hey, I was waiting. I waited for like a good... Honestly, it was probably like a minute.
Until they drove away. Like, there was nothing you could do.
They told me to get out of the car.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, they told me to get out of the car.
Because they took the keys, right? Yeah, they took my keys. I had my keys with me.
Yeah. So it's good stuff. I mean, yet again,
it was.
You
it
live
was
and you
interesting.
learn.
You live and you learn. And in the drunk tank, I almost got in a fight with this black guy. God, it was so terrible because I'm like wasted in there. Everyone's wasted in there. And when I first went in, it was crowded in the drunk tank. Like the line was the wall was lined with people. So I ended up passing out in the middle of the floor, close to the toilet. I ended up just throwing my head down and passing out for a while. When I got up, a lot of people had left. There was only a few people, so I was able to get a wall spot. And I got a wall spot next to this Mexican guy. He was dressed like a full-on Mexican, cowboy hat, cowboy boots, and everything, and he didn't speak any English. Like, no English at all. Like, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting. It was just me, him, and another guy in there for a while. And then they throw in this black guy with us, and he's, like, loud and obnoxious when he comes in.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind the loud and obnoxiousness, whatever, we're all drunk. What ticked me off was he started fucking pounding on the fucking window, or, the plexiglass, whatever, started pounding on that, talking shit to the cops, telling the cops he's gonna fuck their wives and stuff, saying really fucked up shit, to these cops that are just, dude,
this is my job.
Yeah, it's their job, they're not treating us like shit, like,
Yeah.
come on, like, so he ended up fucking going, he said something, and I was sitting on the floor, I had my head in my knees, with my arms on my knees with my head down, I lift my head up, I'm all like, yo, nigga, shut up. Yeah, and he was like, what? And I was like, shut up, dude, and I put my head back down. He's all like, what, Bruce Lee here? He started calling me Bruce Lee. He's all like, what do you got to say, Bruce Lee, and stuff, and I didn't say anything back, and I can hear he talks to the Mexican guy next to me. He's like, hey, man, this guy probably knows Kung Fu or something. I ain't gonna fuck with him. And I remember sitting there with my head down thinking, thank God. He thinks that.
Yeah.
So now I don't have to worry about this guy. He ain't gonna fuck with me.
Stereotypes.
Yeah. Yep.
For the win there.
The Asian stereotype worked.
Yeah. Nice.
But I just was not having it. I'm like, dude, of all the things that happened to me tonight, now there's somebody here disrespecting an innocent person. Like,
and
like,
that could just get you in trouble somehow.
You know what?
It's like, you know what? Just because this guy is causing havoc, all you guys are getting hosed right
I
now.
was
something
fully
like that.
ready to just fight the guy, but that would have been worse for me. It would have, but I was in that. I was drunk,
horrible.
and I was drunk, just waiting it out. And if you guys have ever been in a drunk tank before, you know how terrible it is just waiting it out. It's terrible, And then they keep the room cold as fuck. They strip you of most of your clothes, so I was wearing a boxers and a wife beater. That's all I had on.
Jesus.
It was my boxers and a wife beater on this floor that was like that much padding. So it wasn't concrete, but it was pretty close. Okay. Yeah, and then they got the air blowing, and they're keeping it at like 60 degrees the whole time. And I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, this is fucking terrible. But that's how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be pleasant at all.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say right now.
And that's what I understand. I was able to not hate on any button or anything because of that. But I'm telling you, that walk home, man, was fucking life-changing for me. I was like, I got to change my life. That's why I quit my job at Boston's, where all of it was happening. I quit, and then I moved back home. I'm like, I need to just kind of start over now because, this is God's way of saying, all right, you've had enough fun for over a year. You have been fucking partying your balls away for a year. Fucking stop. Like,
that's it. Yeah. Well, that actually hasn't happened. Thank the Lord that has not happened to me. Because I have definitely been in situations with you that could have easily happened.
Could have, and you know what? It didn't, and it probably never will now. Because I think we're getting to an age where, you know what, I won't say never, but it's a lot less likely now. You know? So
like a lot of things have stopped. Oh, and crazy enough, this year I am 28 years old, and a lot of things are changing, and it's changing really fast. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, where it's, one thing happens right after another type of situation. And this year, for me, has been one of the fastest years I've experienced in my life.
Yeah, it is going by pretty fast.
And it might honestly be something with age. Where it's like,
well, you're really busy too right now.
I am.
That's another thing.
I am extremely busy, and this is one of the reasons why we do start the show so late. And unfortunately, it's just because of my schedule on Mondays, and we don't want to go ahead and change the schedule on you guys, because that would fucking suck. Where you guys have to get used to another new day. But and if we go ahead and do record on a Monday, you guys go ahead and have the entire week to go ahead and watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
We spoil you.
I know we I know we get a lot of views just after the show. Tomorrow. A lot of people like watching the next day and shit, which is cool. Like,
So,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
right now, the FDA internship that I'm doing right now is definitely something that I haven't experienced before.
Mhm.
I thought this was just going to be another 9 to 5 kind of situation.
Yeah.
And once it gets to that point of, I guess it's a good job.
It sounds like it is. Yeah.
It's just a good job. Everybody is on salary. There's no such thing as write-ups for being late. People just show up. My boss literally told me to my face. I think I told you this. My boss said, half of the work here is showing up. People work from home all the time.
Huh.
My dad does work from home. A lot of people work from home, and everybody knows the days that people work from home.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Ain't that something crazy? But
Yeah,
at the
it's
same
pretty
time,
crazy.
it's like, you know what? They earned that right to go ahead and get this position and make it permanent, and got the 10-year, and now because their job permits it, they're able to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's great. You know that there's that gives me like hope that there are really good jobs out there. Is that drink getting you messed up, man?
This drink, man, is fucking me up. Every
Yeah.
time I take a drink of it, like,
Yet again, everybody, we have it right here. I was really feeling a Long Island iced tea tonight, and I love Long Island iced teas.
yes.
This has rum, vodka, whiskey, and gin. So yeah. So a lot of stuff has definitely happened for me this year. At the end of this year, I graduate with my bachelor's. This guy's been long graduated, but I'm catching up to him. I'm catching up to him.
Hell yeah, man.
So
Be awesome when your time from school frees up, dude. It gives room for other shit, dude.
it is a crazy concept because I was off for spring break for just a week. Just a week.
Well, spring break is a week.
Yeah, you know.
No, a summer break. Your summer break, right?
No. I had a spring break.
Okay, and then that was a week?
It was a week, and just the amount of things I was able to do in that week, just because I didn't have to do homework.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I got bored. I was scratching at the walls, because I was like, I'm so used to having deadlines, discussions, homework due, all this stuff. You know, my Sundays, for everybody that knows me, for the last 4 to 3 years, I always do nothing on Sundays but homework. I do not respond unless it's late at night and I've already finished my homework. Usually I'll go hang out with him, and then we'll have a few beers or something, have some rum and cokes and whiskey and cokes.
I like it.
Yeah, but
hey, if you ever need a project or something, so I know you're in school right now, so that's why I've been offering. But if you ever need a project or something, I always have stuff I can throw at you, like small stuff.
Okay.
Like web stuff. Like, hey, can you just make this? So, and then give it to me, and then we'll worry about compensation later. You
Yeah.
know? But if you're able to make something that I could put onto a website.
Yeah.
That yeah, dude. There's work.
Also,
there is work. You know, Lewis. There's work.
for the people out there that are also first-time viewers, we are both web designers, so I guess we can definitely promote ourselves. This is our show, so if you ever do need to go ahead and get some web work,
yeah,
let us know.
Yeah, I focus on web design, so if you need any aesthetics kind of stuff, even functionality, because CSS you can do a lot of shit with that too.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, that's what I am choosing to specialize in. I choose to specialize in that.
I'm definitely in the same realm. I'm actually more of a code-based web development kind of person, but I know everything as well. I know Photoshop. I don't really know Illustrator. Miss you guys. Yo,
Corey,
what's up,
dude,
man?
what's up, Corey? Dude, the last time I remember hanging out with Corey here, I took him to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Nice.
Yeah, and we ate
B-dubs.
and we hung out at Buffalo Wild Wings. That was pretty cool. Well, what's up, Roland?
Yo, how's it going, Roland?
Good to see you here.
Yeah.
Glad to see someone's tuning in. We thought it was going to be a little bit late for tuners. You know,
Yeah, we are again. We are recording late, but thank you guys for joining in.
Hell yeah, man.
When was the last time you saw
Corey?
Mr. Corey?
Corey, last time 2012. So
Whoa!
good 4 years. Yeah.
Holy moly!
Yeah,
Well,
good 4 years. He lives out of state somewhere now or something like that. But,
I see.
It'll be cool. He was one of those guys, dude. Fucking Corey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I'll spit out a little bit. Sort of this cool story about Corey.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'll tell everybody a cool story about Corey here. When I was living in 103, Corey, and because he was part of Birdo's friends,
Yeah.
So like Corey, David, and stuff. Yeah, they came over. They used to come over a lot, and Corey comes over, and I guess he left one night and ended up banging some chick in the laundry room. That was my neighbor. She was my neighbor who lived next door, and he banged her in the laundry room, and I guess it continued on for a while or something.
It just continued on for a while.
He would come over and be saying like her family was like not liking it and all this shit. Like it was like,
no!
He remembers. And he used to talk to me about this. I'm like, dude, you're fucking my neighbor. Like,
you silver-tongued devil.
Like, yeah, right. And I thought it was just the coolest thing. Like, yeah, all right.
I've never been able to go ahead and just get that. I'm the nerd guy. I'm a nerd, man. I'll go up to chicks and compliment them and all that fun stuff, and they're just like, I'm sorry, I don't want a husband.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, what the hell?
Brandon Fontaine picked up a chick right outside of my apartment
What?
on the way into the party.
I still to this day.
Yeah.
It's like, how?
It's like, damn. It's like,
How?
it's like, I feel like people come over to my apartment and there's a chance that they're just gonna meet someone to hook up with. I'm like, damn, I must have like the haven spot right now. Like,
Yeah.
I got the spot right now. People come over and like magical things happen.
Women smell the testosterone.
Yeah, dude.
Men can smell the pheromones.
Well, it was like a constant partying at that apartment.
It was a constant party.
Yeah.
It was literally a constant party.
So anyone who was in the vicinity was like, oh, they're having fun there. Like, hell yeah, we are. Hell yeah.
I was drunk like 24/7. I was 21, and two of our friends, Casey and Shane, Marion and Shane Silvera, they had their own apartment too.
Yeah,
So,
house. Yeah,
they had a house. Yeah.
So we had the party spot. Well, not everyone had a spot to party at in Corona, and then we had a spot to party at in Riverside. So between those two places, man, there was a lot of inebriation, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
There was a lot of shit going on, and then all the fights were happening at my apartment.
Yeah. It was a thing.
Yeah, you guys would come over, and it would be like, hey, there's a chance that a fight might break out because my roommates are having all their people over.
Yeah.
So,
I did not like that.
Yeah, and it was totally segregated. It was like 21, 22-year-olds and 18-year-olds.
That's right. There was a huge gap. But you know what? It's all good.
And
that was our time.
We were not liked by them because we were just different, I guess you can say.
We were the old
different.
people.
Yeah.
We were the old crew. We were 21, 22, and they were like 18. 17. They were 18, 19.
They were right out of high school.
Yeah.
So it was.
So we were like the old crew of like, you know what? I'm gonna do whatever I want, and we had chips on our shoulders.
We did.
We had big
plus
chips on our shoulders.
On top of that, if they wanted alcohol, it would be us that they came to. Oh, the Fontaine's house, dude. Were you over there? I think you went over there to the Fontaine's house.
I don't know.
Over there, it was in Miraloma.
I might have.
You might have. They had a pool table there. You used to play beer pong in the backyard, and there was a room. There was like a room with a pool table in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know. I took Shane there one time.
Okay.
But yeah.
There's a strong possibility that I was there, and I just. You know what? I think I was there.
Yeah,
you
were there.
Yeah, there was like a setup for the living room, couches, and then the backyard.
Yeah. And then there was the kitchen area.
Yes, it was right behind the couches.
Yeah, in the kitchen area and like the living room were like connected to each other.
Yes.
And they were just separated by carpet and tile kind of thing.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah, see, Brian, you were there for a few of them.
Yeah, nice.
I learned how to play Stack Cup at that house. That's where I learned how to play Stack Cup. Or everyone calls it Rage Cage, Stack Cup, whatever.
Rage Cage.
I call it Stack Cup. Rage Cage seems to be the same exact game, it's just a different name. So
that's interesting. Yeah. I like the names are changing now. There's new games. You still have to make Up and Down the River, Justin.
Yeah, everyone calls it H-game.
It's called H-game now.
That's what the younger generation. That's what the younger
Of
generation.
Up and Down the River?
Of Up and Down the River, they
Are
call
you
it
kidding?
H-game. But they don't play exactly how I play it. But it's a very similar version.
Dude,
they call it H-game.
You should have marketed that, man.
No, it's cool. They don't have it patented, and I don't call it H-game. I call it Up and Down the River, and it's played. It's
played differently.
It's played differently. There's more to it. I added a lot more to it that makes the game more fun. You know.
Okay.
So.
I only know it. Well, I do know it as the H, but we started out playing as
it's
the pyramid.
Yeah. The pyramid is the
Original.
is the
Up
original
and Down
one.
the River.
But the problem with the pyramid is it's too much for people. It gets too much for people.
That was
Yeah.
during our freaking hurrah.
Yeah, that was when it was like, oh, I'm gonna drink 6 beers in the next hour. Okay.
See you, Corey.
See you, Corey.
Have a good night.
Hey, thanks for talking with us.
Yes. Up and Down. That when it was the pyramid.
Oh.
Holy shit balls.
People got wasted.
Yeah.
And like,
but that was our
things
goal.
were happening. Our drama and sex was just happening everywhere. Like,
Yes.
God.
But yeah, that's
Those
what it
days.
was about. It
Do
was
you
like,
guys remember being 21 and it was just sex, drugs, and rock and roll? Fuck, man.
yeah,
like
sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
that's all it was. That was like the goal of every day.
Yes.
Like sex, drugs, and rock and roll and work.
Yeah,
and I gotta fit going to work in there sometime because eventually it was like fuck school. I'm just gonna drop school. School's
Dude.
not worth my time. I got a party.
I used to leave class and
Yeah.
just be like,
Yeah.
and I remember Shane and Casey used to just be like, come over, bro, we got a bottle.
Yeah.
And I would be in the middle of class and I'd be like, I gotta go.
Yep, I gotta go. Right in the middle of class, just leave. Like, oh, there's something going on here.
Yeah,
Yep.
I gotta go right now.
Yep.
They're like, my friends are throwing a freaking party. There's liquor.
Just liquor.
And I was 21, you know, so it
Hell
was
yeah.
it was completely legal, and we were at a house,
It
so
was
we didn't have to
justified in
go
our
anywhere.
minds. It's totally justified.
Yeah.
I remember I had a psychology class, and I went in there, and we waited. We were all in there, and like 20 minutes goes by, and our teacher's not there. Yeah, so we're all waiting in class for our teacher to show up, and another person of faculty comes in and announces to us, hey, your teacher's not going to be showing up, class is canceled today. And I got up, I'm like, I'm going to go party, and I dipped. Like, I was
Yeah.
out of there. Yeah, I was like, I just threw my 2 fingers up, said I'm going to go party, and I was like, dude, gone.
Well, that's how it goes.
That's how it was.
That's how it was.
That's how it was.
I did. Well, I got pretty drunk this weekend, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Did you now?
I did.
What happened?
I recorded a podcast with a few of my coworkers
On Saturday?
on Saturday night. Yes, but I had a lot of fun, and it was the first time I got to hang out with this particular coworker outside of work.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
that's always fun hanging out with new people.
Yeah.
I would like to be able to do that. You know?
There was a few people. I don't know if they'd ever see this. Maybe one of these days.
Jaeger bombs all night. You guys take Jaeger bombs?
We didn't take Jaeger bombs. We were just taking Jaeger shots. So, and that right there. That's how I felt in the morning. And it was me and another one of my coworkers, and we were just driving home Sunday morning, and I was like, my God. Like, what did I do?
No.
No, Jaeger?
I'm careful with Jaeger. Jaeger is, you drink too much of it. Ugh.
Even though I wasn't there. I'm sorry, Roland.
Ugh.
Next time I take a bunch of Jaeger shots, Roland, I will make sure to invite you, okay?
Fucking Jaeger bombs, man.
Jaeger bombs are no fun.
They're no joke. They
Yeah.
are fun. That's the problem, is they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, because they don't taste bad.
They don't, and then all of a sudden you're sitting there with your pants down doing weird shit. Like, I'm not even kidding.
All of a sudden your pants are gone.
It's like, fuck, dude. It's like worse than tequila. Tequila will make clothes fly off, but fucking Jaeger bombs.
I'll just witness the carnage.
Ooh.
Yep, it's the no pants dance. You go ahead and
you
drink
know.
things like tequila, Jaeger.
Ooh.
A good whiskey will go ahead and cause a fucking party to go out of control.
But tonight, you guys, we are doing rum, vodka, whiskey, and gin. So if you have a drink, I know it's late on a Monday. Some of you guys might have to work in the morning. Like
Yes,
this guy.
okay, like me. I literally, right after I finish this, I gotta go home.
Yep.
So it's good times. But you know, you got to do what you got to do. You got to go ahead and get ahead. And this year is definitely, it's almost like Bryant's year of catch-up.
Yeah, mine as well.
It's
It
like
is mine as well.
Bryant worked 2 jobs, go to school full-time, start looking for another new job.
Nope, I'm going to delete it. He said also the new mics are working well. Thank you so much, Roland, for letting us know.
Thank you.
Yeah, getting feedback from the distance is good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because we are using it on a different phone, and honestly, I'm very stoked. That was awesome.
It's working. So
Right.
it works on my phone. I bet my phone is like 1,000 degrees right now too.
Yeah.
If your phone was hot, my phone's probably hot right now. But hey, it's working.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah. I like it. I like it. Cheers, fuckers.
They probably all heard that. They heard it in high def.
In high def.
Hello, everybody.
This is a really good drink.
It's too good, which is why
This is something that you could go ahead and drink a full cup of. You know what I
I almost
mean?
want to get a straw and just be like,
That's probably why they give Long Island iced teas
with
and
straws,
like yeah,
with straws, yeah.
you know, all these mixed drinks with like 4+ drinks.
Oh my!
Oh wait, here you go, Roland.
Oh my.
Oh my! God.
Yeah.
Ah. Time
Cheers,
to get,
everyone.
time
Yeah.
to get drunk.
Yeah, let's
Wait.
get drunk for the audience. Well,
I like it.
more buzzed.
Nope.
Drunk.
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 Cheers, man.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah. Yet again, thank you guys for joining in. Happy Monday, and yet again, stick around. We'll see what happens here.
Just pulling Arnold. Stick around.
I can't drink that fast.
It gets fucking strong, dude.
All the ice.
It gets strong as fuck.
Woo!
Yeah.
So, let's see. Actually, now that Mr. I'm gonna go ahead and
Talk, motherfucker.
the last
Talk,
the last
you son of a
episode
bitch.
that we had, Roland, you gave us a call because you were gonna go ahead and go on a date. He did go on a date. He can go ahead and say the details if he'd like. But actually, something I'm looking forward to now is a thing called Rejection Night.
You're Brian. I'm like not even camera over here. Brian was telling me about that.
Yes, I have this whole theory to go ahead and start hanging out with a bunch of gentlemen, and we just ask women out all night. And the goal is to
Get
just
rejected as many times as you can.
not get rejected, but just to go ahead and get ask chicks out. I asked a chick out on what was it? It was possibly last Wednesday, whatever. But gorgeous girl, gorgeous. She was like Asian. She was like a mixed Asian. You could see that she had Asian ethnicity.
Mixed
but
Asians, hot.
maybe like Caucasian or maybe Hispanic.
Hey,
But
white and Asian.
she walked in
Hot
and
as fuck.
like my eyes were just like bloop. Like you are gorgeous. You are absolutely gorgeous. So I went over. So I took my drink. I didn't go like right immediately. So I had to start out rejection night. That's all that we need to know. Yes, that's all we need to know. So he is going to start going on rejection nights. You're going on rejection nights, all right?
Hey, I would love to join and meet you, Roland. You seem like
Yes.
a pretty cool guy. So
Yes.
yeah.
We'll all have to go on rejection night.
Yeah.
So I went over there, and I this is the line that I gave. You know what? Honestly, I would. Wait, let me remember.
Hello, gorgeous.
It wasn't that. I was like, you know what? I would have regretted not coming over here to say hello all night. But you are absolutely gorgeous. I just want to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Brian.
Nice.
That was it. And then she was like, I'm in a really, really, really serious relationship right now.
Like, cool.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, sweet, that's
Sweet.
awesome. She's like, yeah, really serious. And I was like, sweet. Well, my name's Bryant, and then I shook her hand, and she didn't tell me her name, and I was like, all right, well, have a good night. And I just walked off. So, got rejected. But still, you know what? I went,
You went and put yourself out there.
Yes,
Yeah, you got
I
more
went-
balls than me.
dude. You know what? I survived.
Not sure if I should hold my position of. You know what, Roland? That's what they created Ubers and Lyfts for.
Exactly.
We'll make it work, especially when you split it. I used to do that with my old
Yes.
roommates. You be three of us. Three of us would split, and it would come out to like $10 a person round trip.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
let me tell you, dude, $10 round to ensuring that you and the people you with are gonna go to and get home safely is totally fucking worth it.
See,
Totally worth
that's
it.
good. The last time I took an Uber, it was $50,
Oof.
and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not doing that again,"
Yeah.
because it was almost more than my drinks combined.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, "Dude, this night literally cost me almost over $100," and I was like, "I'm not doing this again.
Yeah,
I'd rather stay where I'm at or just not drink."
Exactly. Or you have to. If it gets too expensive, don't do it. I personally think, dude, fuck Uber. Go for Lyfts, dude.
Lyft,
and
really?
go for Lyft.
I've
And-
only heard about Lyft.
And dude, I mean, the moment you sign up, you get a $50 credit towards your rides.
Interesting.
Which you obviously you can't. I already tried. You can't use it all in one ride. It gets split up. But I mean, yeah. Hey, you get $5-10 taken off your ride. Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
I've only heard about it, so I'm gonna have to see what's up.
Yeah. It's just like Uber, but I like it. I like Lyft.
Okay.
So
A
that's who.
more convenient version.
I guess
of
so.
Uber?
My brother works for Lyft, and that's why I promote Lyft. But my brother also now works for Uber, so he works for Lyft and Uber now.
Okay.
So I still prefer Lyft, but I'm cool with both now because try to promote my brother.
Yeah.
you know.
And also promoting. We are drinking, but remember, everybody, you have to be safe. Yet again, the story right in the beginning where we were driving very fast. So we don't want that for you guys. You know what?
not
We
for
might as
myself
well
either.
say it. Go ahead and take the rides. If you can't go ahead and get a ride, stay
Don't
home.
risk it. Don't risk it.
Just stay home.
Yeah.
Stay
Don't
home,
risk it.
or go ahead and go to the store
in a
and
fucking hotel. I don't
Yeah.
know. Do something smart that is gonna either cost money or you miss out or whatever, dude. I used to be so bummed out on missing out on shit now.
yeah.
I'm not bummed out as much when I miss out on shit
Yeah,
because I
me
think
either.
about it. I think about what would it have taken for me to go be a part of it. And
Yeah.
I'm starting.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
starting to.
Yeah, that was like
I'm
that
starting to
was it
come
right
over
there.
I'm starting to come to this thing in my life where it's starting to not be worth it. And it's funny because for some people, even at a younger age, that came easily to them. They could say no. Like Robert is a good example.
Yeah, for
he can go-
years.
he can go ahead and say no. He can say, I'm going to take the, I know better and stuff, which is awesome.
For years. It was
for
crazy.
years. But I was not ever able to do that.
I was not one of those.
Yeah,
I
for
was
the
not
long,
one of
it
those.
took a DUI. It took things happening to me that was so fucking shitty. That's like, okay, now I need to step back and like, what's important right now,
Yeah.
And,
Hey, and that's good. That's good that you can go ahead and share that wisdom with everybody there. So definitely take an Uber, take Lyft, find a friend. Find a friend that doesn't drink.
Find a friend,
Yeah,
like-
if he or she doesn't like to drink, be like, hey, I want to hang out tonight, but I want to drink. Can you drive me?
Mm-hmm. I'm at the point, and I pay people. I pay people gas. I'm like,
Yeah.
Now, granted, I have been in situations where they did just choose to drink and drive, and I let them drink and drive, but I am at that point where I will let somebody know, like, hey, you shouldn't do this. I'm not going to stop them from doing that.
Yeah.
But if it's like, hey, like you're about to you're doing something right now that's going to kill us,
Yeah.
And from my point of view, a lot of people might disagree with me, but drinking and driving on its own is not what kills people. It's not the drinking and driving on its own. It's the driver. It really is. It's the driver. And how many people that I know, that that drink and drive all the time, and they're perfectly fine. This is one of them. This is now. He does it a lot less, almost
Yeah,
not at
I
all
do.
these days.
Yeah,
Almost he's
I know.
toned it down and doesn't
Oh.
really do it at all these days. But you got to think, this guy was doing it just as much as me, if not worse sometimes.
Yeah.
And
And I lived farther.
And he never got in trouble. Now, I'm sure there's a little bit of stroke of luck with that, you know. But I do still also believe that it's the driver too. This guy wasn't stupid enough to do what I did or what other people did.
I was.
He was.
I was.
No, apparently you weren't. You didn't go 120 miles an hour and get pulled over. You didn't crash into anything. You didn't kill anybody. I go by experience and with a little bit of statistics with it too.
Okay.
You know, most of the people I know who drink and drive don't get DUIs. True. It's very true.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel that it takes something, and it took me that I got to a point in my life where I was just doing things so recklessly. I felt that there was a form of divine intervention. I do believe in some sort of God, a higher power in a way, and my higher power stopped me from dying, from killing from doing something much worse than where I was going. You know.
Well, that's good.
And so to come back to my point is that sometimes when people have something to drink, I don't not trust them when they drive. Sometimes it's like, dude, you know what? I know you're going to be okay because you're a good driver. You're not an idiot, you know? But then there's some people who get to the point,
If
some people get to the point where it's like, no, you're not driving.
Yeah.
Because you're dumb right now. You know, you're dumb right now.
Yeah. No, and that's where you got to go ahead and tell somebody to shut the fuck up, sit the fuck down, eat a piece of bread, which he threw in the goddamn toilet. Mm-hmm. That was actually the first time I met him. But still, to the point is take away the keys. Take away the keys, tell them to shut up,
and
eat something.
Give them a place to crash out. Because I think that's one of the biggest problems is they don't feel comfortable.
Right there.
They don't have a place or they don't feel comfortable enough to stay where they're at. And that's something I feel that is somebody's responsibility to be able to say, hey, look it, don't drive, don't fucking go anywhere, go sleep over there, go crash out over there. You know, that's probably saved me from much worse situations a lot of times from just somebody saying, hey, you need to calm your ass down, you go over there and kick it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and you know, honestly, most likely that person's going to tell you in the morning, thanks.
Dude, hey, thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Because I didn't need to be driving like that.
I did not need to be driving. And if somebody had did that the night of my DUI, probably would have been great. Probably would have been great. But things happen for a reason, you know?
Yeah.
They're like my bike just starts getting jacked. Oh, I'd be out there so fast.
Oh, man. My car just starts up.
No, somebody would be. You guys would witness or hear somebody getting fucked up if they try to steal my bike.
But, any hoodly doodly. But, yeah, so, that, yet again, that is what it is. And, remember. Oh, that's you.
What?
The sweep of the feet. Yeah, I thought that was outside. Okay, so it scared the shit out of me. But Austin.
So every time I'm invited, I can't. I don't go to lots of social events.
You have been going to a lot more social events. Now that, well, I don't know if it's the people that you are surrounded with at work. Maybe that's what it is, because I work with Roland. It might definitely have to do with the people you're surrounded with, and you know what? You are who you hang out with.
It's true.
And
you are.
Birds of a feather flock together.
It's true.
And it is absolutely true. I didn't want to believe it for a long time because I was like, I'm different.
You are who you hang out with.
I'm different. I'm Bryant. I'm fucking special. I'm not special. Yeah, and like I was hanging out with who I wanted to hang out with. And those people were doing what I wanted to do. So that is what it was. That is what it is. That is just life in general. Mm-hmm. So if you feel like you need to go ahead and do something different, maybe you need to stop hanging out with certain people.
That could be a start.
Yeah.
That was my start off of getting off like hard drugs like cocaine. You are who you hang out with. And when you hang out with people who do cocaine, the only way to stop doing cocaine, stop hanging out with those people.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I've been clean for a while now, and it's because of that. It's because that I've made the conscious decision to stop being around it.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's true that it's a really addictive drug. You know, it is. I'm very addicted to it. But just being able to say no to being around it solves that problem.
Yeah.
It's like I don't have to be around it, you know? I don't need, because I know what the fuck it's going to do to me.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be good that night. It'll be an awesome night.
Yeah.
Guarantee you it'll be an awesome night. But you know what I'm sacrificing? My a friend of mine told me in a really good word. Matthew told me a really good way. He says, when you do cocaine, you are borrowing happiness from the next day, for that night. You're borrowing happiness from the next day, and that's absolutely fucking true. Because the next day is
nuts.
just done. It's done. It's like I'm not going to be productive at all the next day. Like, you know, I'm gonna try to find every fucking moment where I can just lay in bed and sip on Kool-Aid. Like, and I'm not even fucking kidding.
Hell yeah.
It's like a hangover, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a fucking hangover, and I'm like, I can't afford that in my life right now. Like, that can't be in my life right now. I got shit to do every day that I need to make sure that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And you know,
No, it's the truth.
it
is absolutely
I
the
think,
truth.
I think it would be a great vacation drug. You know, you go on vacation,
Go to
this
Vegas
and
for
that.
3 days.
Go to Vegas for a
Have
while.
fun.
Maybe you do some blow one night. Sure, you know, like don't, as long as you're not going to ruin your life. But that's a situation I feel that I'd be able to
And
handle.
that is
but
yet
not
again
your
also
everyday.
a personal decision.
Yeah.
That's
But
your own. I
part
mean,
of your everyday.
Hobby Lobby.
You know, you go and hang out with some people on a Tuesday night, and then Wednesday you wake up, it's like, fuck.
I have to be at work at 6 in the morning.
I like fuck this. Even if you don't have to go, even if I don't have to go to work, I should be going home, and I got shit to do at home. I got a computer at home that demands me to do shit for it. You know. Sometimes I really don't. Like, you know.
So, Roland, let's see if we can see more. I didn't really hang out with anyone much. I occasionally see a couple of friends a few months at a time. But I technically hang out with everyone at work the most. If they're not, the only people I hang out with was a bit of a loner back. You were a bit of a loner back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
Dude, that's
more
fine.
to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Loner is
from
such a negative term.
Yeah, a loner.
Yeah.
A loner is a negative term. That I would say that you were more to yourself.
Yeah.
Because, you know, somebody could go ahead and say, I'm an introvert, I'm an extrovert. You can go ahead and go into that, you know, that entire concept as well, whatever you prefer. But honestly, it's not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. And the thing is that I notice the most, it's society that will go ahead and tell you that's a bad thing. You should be
Hanging out with people.
You should be doing things. You should be this, and that. But at the same time, Roland is 21 years old, almost done with his bachelor's degree, just finished a animation accreditation. I think he might be done with that soon.
Nice.
With which prestigious animation professor that did something with Disney. You know that. But the thing is at your age, I was doing nothing of the sort. I took critical thinking, which is critical thinking, a very easy general ed class. I took it 3 times because I was going ahead and just getting wasted.
Yeah, that was 21.
And that costs money. And for anybody out there that is a new college student, I bet you know more about it than I did when I started. It costs a lot of money to go ahead and take these classes over again. They didn't tell you that back in 2009, 2010. They just wanted you to take the class, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll figure it out." But for people that are definitely antisocial or they think they're antisocial, it's, dude, do you figure out what you need in life, and if you're happy, I would say that's what it is. Like, are you happy? You know?
Yeah, that's
like
a good
who
way to put it,
who
yeah.
am I to judge? It's like you might be living life better than I am. Maybe I need to fucking stay inside and play Final Fantasy all day.
I mean, that's shit. That's what
If
I've
that
been
fills-
doing lately.
If that fills
It's
the
not-
engine,
And that's not a bad feeling, dude, to go ahead and stay home and stuff. I struggle with that. I'm one person who struggles with
and
staying
I
home.
think it almost turned into a habit for us because we were going out every single day.
And that's how it's my coping.
Yeah.
That's how I cope, dude. I just go hang out with people. I go do stuff with people, and it takes me away.
I love hanging out with people.
It takes
I
me away
love
from
it.
the reality of home. You know, not saying that home life is bad, but it takes me away from responsibilities and stuff, even if it's just for a moment. That's what it does. And
Now,
lately, this year in particular, I've been coming out of that. I've been trying to figure out life on a more responsible way. And the first part of it is, hey, Stop going out and hanging out with people who don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
That's a very good. I realized that was a good place to start. When I stopped hanging out with people who couldn't give a shit who couldn't give a shit more of a shit less about me.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, I'm whatever.
Would they leave you in a gutter?
You know what?
My mom used to tell me that.
Maybe they wouldn't leave me in a gutter, but they wouldn't care. If I didn't make it to work the next day, or if I did something that jeopardized a responsibility that they knew about, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't even give a shit. They'd be like, hey, it's your choice. You do what you want, and they're not entirely wrong when they say that.
Yeah.
They're not entirely wrong.
It depends on the situation, obviously.
But the people that I hang out now, like Bryant, Robert and Jessica, Roberto, stuff, they're like, you got this to do. You got this to do the next day. I am going to be supportive of what you have to do. So either go to sleep or you're gonna make your choice now. But I'm waking your ass up in the morning and you're gonna go do your thing. You know.
Got life to live.
It's a nice thing to do for someone to do. And I hung out with a lot of people that didn't feel that way at all. Who didn't give a fucking shit about that. Or like, you're out here getting wasted right now. You have a fucking 40-minute drive home, wasted. Have fun with that.
Yeah. Yeah, have fun.
Have fun with that. Make it home safely. I hope you make it home safely. I don't need friends like that no more.
No,
that's not good. I don't need friends like that anymore.
I hope you make it home safely.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, I don't need friends like that anymore. I need friends who actually give a shit about.
Like, I would prefer you not die.
Yeah, I prefer you not die. So listen, to that. Hey, a good friend is like, hey, look I know you got this to do tomorrow. You're drunk. You're staying here.
Yeah.
You're staying here. You're sleeping in your fucking car if you have to, but you're staying here, and I will check up on you, and I will make sure you're good in the morning or some shit like that. The best friends that I have now do that for me, you know.
Cliche, and it was
clicky. Yeah, clicks.
Oh yeah, that was
cool. Clicks.
That was a long time ago. Yet at the same time, clicks still do exist.
They do. That's the clicks are the number one reason for deterring me of going to my high school reunion this year.
Oh,
because
Jesus
it's just gonna be a bunch of clicks. It's gonna be a bunch of fucking clicks.
I don't like that. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be like high school again. I'm like, you know what? Maybe for some people, high school was fucking awesome. You were like the top of your game. You were the most popular. This and that. This chick and this chick sucked your dick at the same time. Whatever. You know, maybe it was something like that for you. It wasn't like that for me. I don't want to go back and relive my high school days.
No.
I don't. Yeah, and there's some people that as bad as it's to say, because I am a different person now, so I would hope that someone would want to see me, not based on who I used to be. But unfortunately, there's some people that I'm like, I know what I used to do with those people, and I'd rather not ever see them again.
Yeah.
But I should.
And it's 10 years. You know what I mean? It's kind of like...
This is how I see high school reunions, 10, 20 years, they used to work really well before social media, because these people...
That's right.
You never had contact. They just disappeared.
That makes a lot of sense.
They disappeared into the wind, and then, bam, then all of a sudden you see them at your high school reunion, you get to catch up.
Hey,
but everyone now, at least in my generation, everyone now from high school that I'm interested, at least like would want to stay in touch with in any way, are on my Facebook, and I'm already in touch with them. I'm one message away from everyone from high school that I would want to be in touch with. I'm one message away from being in touch with them.
Yeah, that's right.
So why the fuck do I have to go to a high school reunion? I could go hit them up and hang out with them outside of a high school reunion. I don't need a high school reunion to see people from high school.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it used to be at one time. The high school reunion, you needed that to be able to be in contact and see people who you used to go to high school with.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't need that now, you know?
Not as much.
You're right. Not as much. Obviously, you see it from the social media point of view, and that's not them. So maybe you want to see them in the real life point of view. But you know what? Do I really want to see that? I'm not sure, because I'm going to be getting wasted if I go to this high school reunion.
I would not.
I would. If there's not alcohol there, I'm going to be drunk when I walk in. Like,
I would not want to be drunk around
like,
people.
Hey, look I haven't changed at all. Look, people are going to be like, so what have you been up to? Look at me.
I would not want to be a drunk around people that I haven't seen for 10 years. At the same time, I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I would be like, oh, Justin's here? Fuck yeah, let's have some fucking Long Islands, But it's like
Whiskey
somebody I
and
haven't
Coke.
seen.
Give me a Jack and Coke all fucking day. Give me.
Fuck that.
I'd see someone and be like, Jesus, give me 3 of them.
Oh God! To see like somebody's just like, oh
And
Jesus.
see someone that I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna have to talk to this person. Give me like 3 of those right now.
Will prioritize getting a couple of drinks with you guys.
Thanks, Roland.
Thanks, Roland. I'm glad that we are insightful.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't need to go ahead and drink with somebody that I haven't seen in 10 years. No, and it's no offense,
Hey,
and I actually
unless
mean
she's
that.
like really hot and single.
Like when people, because I actually said that earlier, when you say no offense, it means that you are putting offense, but actually no offense, it's just I don't know you. I don't know you anymore. Like for me to go ahead and
That's almost invigorating though. It's all like, hey, you remember to be like, you were that hot chick in high school that I never talked to. Like,
but why the hell would I want to talk to you now? You know, it's like, oh,
Why not?
I remember your name.
I forgot about you.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, you're going to see people that it's just like, you know what, I could have gone another 10 years without seeing you. You know, because we said but 3 to 5 words to each other 4 years out of high school.
Yeah, but then things change, right? It's weird
What?
how things change.
Well, we're all going to become great friends.
You never know. You never know. I knew Robert back in high school. We weren't friends, dude, until we started hanging out a few years ago. And then we became.
I knew Robert in high school.
Yeah, I knew him in high school, but we didn't hang out ever.
I didn't hang out with you in high school.
Yeah.
Me and this guy, we've known each other for 10 years, but
Yeah.
I never hung out.
We started hanging
never
out
hung out with him.
after high school.
Yes,
So-
it was a drunk night at our friend Smaya's house. And this guy just went through a breakup, and I was
with
in the kitchen
with his ex.
with my ex. And what happened?
And she was there.
Jesus.
I walked in the door, and the first thing she says is hi to me. I'm like, bitch, you just left me like 2 days ago in a text message. Like, you just broke up with me in a text message like 2 days ago, and you want to say, get the fuck out of my face. And then it was so bad. I was just going around socializing, and I see this guy in the kitchen with a bottle of vodka, and he's pouring himself a shot, and he's like, and he asked me like, hey man, you want a shot? I was like, fuck yeah, I want a shot.
And we've been friends ever since.
And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna go, and he's like, I'll be here, and I ended up coming around, and you were there for so long, and I just kept coming back and taking shots.
I think it's because people were coming around, and you were one of the people that were coming around. Dude.
That was all bad. I ended up throwing up against my tire that night, and Neil Olson and Jeff Fay
threw you into the back of your car.
Threw me into the back of my car, and they needed a ride home.
Neil is getting married, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's getting married this fall.
Congratulations.
In Vegas.
Nice. Congratulations.
Vegas. I want to go out there, but if I can, I would like to, but it's more money has to come in before that can happen. So.
Obviously.
Because, you know, Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas.
Vegas. I got to plan on getting some tattoo work when I'm out there, so I gotta plan on that financially. I need to plan on that. So.
No, man.
Yep.
Well,
all right, man.
Should we leave it on this?
Yeah. We've been going for a while.
Oh, really?
At least an hour. We have to be over an hour.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well.
Close to midnight yet? Yeah, it's close to midnight,
Jesus
so
Christ.
we've been going for a long time.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining in again on The Fad. My name is Brian.
I'm Justin.
Thank you guys again.
Again.
Again. I'm going to go turn this off now. Have fun. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Have a good week.
Talk to Justin for a second.
We'll see you guys next Monday. Next Monday.